What was that? You wanted drops? Yeah, sure, I'll give you drops.
Oh, Sleeya's got a Pack-a-Punch Thompson. He is praying that he doesn't get a 4-rounder. He missed 175.
Cat's Deli. I've been there.
He said, I don't think people realize what a 260 is. Because French name. He's 35 minutes into this round. Should be close to over, I guess, yeah. Ooh.
What do you need Swordflay for? When should you stop using Raygun to kill Zoms on Darius? When the Raygun stops working. Really, when you switch to, like, full traps. But also, you want to hold the Raygun for dogs for as long as you can. Assuming you're running, like, a variant of the strat that I show in my video. Trade strat, I know less about the specifics. Points at Area 51? You don't need points at Area 51, just teleport. Get points in the moon.
Yeah, you get points easily.
Unrelated, but, speaking of, Josh Allen. Josh Allen just had a baby today. Josh Allen was pregnant with Haley Steinfeld's baby. Does the audio sound strange, or is it just you? Does the audio sound strange? Or wait, are you talking about the game audio? It's because I have the sound effects volume down to nothing. Is that what you're talking about? Is Josh a guy? Yeah. Is Triple Trap, like, noticeably harder than KJ? I think it's easy enough to pick up. Trade Strat sort of has a lot of nuance to it that I don't know all the details of, and you might be better off asking some of the people that run it, or at least watching some of the videos on Zombicus. But doing, like, 3 traps versus 2 traps if you're not trading, it's not that much different. Again, Zombicus is a great source for all that sort of stuff, because, like, it shows videos of some of the other strategies that are, like, a little bit more advanced than what I show in my series. The problem is not all those videos have, like, detailed explanations, which is what I try to do with my video. don't think KJ strat even works on the Giant on BO3. It does not. Because the respawns are too quick. You found your own variation of triple trap for BO3? I haven't experimented with any trap strategies on BO3.
I've done the double trap on Kino. No AATs. It was fun.
I hear him. Left area 51 with 6,000 points. Yeah, and that's not necessary.
What for, though? What does that do for you? Unless you can't survive till like round 5.
Like, generally on BO1 Moon, there is some consideration for getting Jug first. And I guess that's also true on
like
BO3.
maybe get Jug. Which you can get, you can just knife the zombies and then throw one grenade. You can have Jug most of the time.
To get the Bowie knife? Yeah, but you can just, like, kill the zombies.
You can get a Bowie knife by round 4, and then it doesn't. You have
just
more
kill
points
the zombies
anyways.
on the moon and get the Bowie knife. The Bowie knife only helps you till round 10. You don't need points for that.
You don't need a Bowie knife on round 1.
Favorite gaming music? Mario Kart. Like Mario Kart 8 and Mario Kart World are my 2 favorite video game soundtracks. He's talking Black Ops 3 Moon, which makes the argument even more like
why would
you don't need the Bowie knife
there? Yeah, why would you want a Bowie knife in BO3 Moon?
Your box luck is trash. You already know you're gonna be left broke. Trash box luck doesn't matter on BO3. Just use the weapons you get to kill zombies to keep hitting. Even if it takes you 15 rounds to get the wave gun, your weapons will be fine. Okay. The MPL on BO3? Isn't the MPL on like, what's it called? Leviathan? Did they bring back a lot of the BO1 weapons to BO3 Leviathan?
Damn. Celia missed another insta.
That's unfortunate.
179. It's a 4-rounder, so like at least you have that going for you, I guess, but it's not good missing 2 instas already.
Is 180 Origins possible? What's the record right now again?
Isn't it like 177?
Yeah, it's definitely possible.
Is that flawless? Is the world record flawless right now?
Is it?
I have not kept up with Origins since the new discoveries. Like, it just got crazy, dude. I couldn't keep up. I don't even know how I would play that map now, because I would not be able to play anything close to what the record strats are. What do you think of time slip mod on Blood of the Dead?
Time slip mod on Blood of the Dead? What is... Oh, it charges your specialist?
Yeah, and the elixirs a little bit.
Eh, probably
It's like a
not the
fucking...
best.
Hey, it could be like if I could be in a situation where like without time slip mod my temporal was about to come back, but if I had it I would have been able to use it on an insta. Which like I don't even know how much time an insta saves, like barely.
That sounds like such a niche scenario.
Yeah, it's like such a rare thing that could. But the other thing is that it just gives me my specialist faster. I think it. I don't know if it's two hordes or one horde less. It's got to be at least one horde less though.
Because I was gonna say, like, if we're choosing our modifier based on extremely niche scenarios, use Dying Wish modifier so that you avoid the accidental like insta death after Dying Wish and getting trapped.
Right. Yeah, I could do that technically because I have 3 secret sauces. Like I could totally I just had 23
used to do that
hours.
back when BO4 was like still new. When I was playing Blood of the Dead, I would take a Dying Wish and I didn't want to insta die, so.
Remember when I tried to play Blood of the Dead and I used the katana and then I couldn't sprint anymore?
You remember that.
I think I'm gonna do this thing where I throw a monkey.
That was a banger stream title. Which one? His Blood of the Dead game? I've only had one excavator so far, and I've turned on the power like 11 rounds ago, so obviously turning on the power early effectively made no difference. I guess technically it saved me 1 minute. Or lost me 1 minute.
My uptime right now...
classified streams? Yeah, those were fun.
My uptime is 61 days right now. What do you think about that?
I'm new. What are the must-watch streams? Chad, what do you think?
The Call of the Dead.
Oh yeah, the Call of the Dead co-op streams for sure. Those are long, but those are entertaining.
The Verrucht 100s were entertaining.
He said he watched all of the Verrucht 1 to 100 and loved it.
Oh.
Yeah, Call of the Dead co-op for sure.
How nice was it to finally finish off Verrucht?
It was very satisfying. My cheeks were clenched when I took that down on round 98.
Oh.
Shangri-La was also fun. I think if you liked the Varrook streams, you will like the Shangri-La streams a lot. Shangri-La also took me a lot less time than Varrook did.
Yeah. Shank's definitely easier. You have a wonder weapon, that's the best one in the game. And the strat is actually pretty fucking easy if you're doing M16, like.
Yeah. Wizard, I had an idea. Speaking of the streams, I had an idea for what I want to do in addition to just the high round guides. I was thinking of, like, in my head, the title. Oh, that's not what I meant to click. The title of the video would be like Varrook 100: The Journey, and it's not a tutorial, but it is like all of the best moments and clips and like all of the fails, and basically basically stream highlights of the full Varrook 100 from my very first attempt when I was failing miserably to like slowly getting there into like, I don't know, a 15-minute video, 20-minute video. I don't want to make this comparison, but I'm going to make this comparison similar to the videos that Lex did when he was getting his 100s. Where it wasn't a tutorial, but it was like, watch me fail
just
for
the
a while.
highlights of it.
Just
Yeah.
the highlights. Like...
You want a statistic from my game?
Tell me.
A little interesting. Since I picked up monkeys, I have not used a single equipment elixir.
That makes sense.
Just means that I'm decent with my shield.
Where, like, this is Lex going to 100 on Nuketown. Why does Lex's thumbnail look AI generated? This video is from 5 years ago, so I wouldn't...
Oh, you guys ray gun back, that's nice.
God, I don't... But yeah, like, I wanted to turn the Varrooked streams into...
Hardcore classics instas. Easy.
I wanted to turn the Varrook streams into a like stream recap where you see all of my where like all the desk slams, all of the like all of that just like back to back to back to back, and then the video ends with my like, yes, finally got the 100, something like that. Similar to the style of this. Would you be interested? Cause and this will be a cool thing, because I think, is it worse having it in space or on your way to space? What? What do you mean? I'm sorry, my reaction where I just stopped talking there is this. That's news for today. Well, oh, let's just dox my real email. That's good. Yeah, thank you, Chrome.
It's gonna be dog luck. Or like
Instead of the general
temporal
recap.
instance.
I mean, if you want to do a general recap in addition, like, you know, more uploads is always fine. Let's hope the next person isn't as much of a bitch. Yeah. Listen, this is the part that the same thing happened in his first term. This is the part of his term where all of his sycophants start to realize, hey, as soon as they stop being useful, they're gonna be thrown under the bus. Right? Odds are, she's probably gonna go to prison for blocking all the Epstein bullshit. Like, blocking the Epstein stuff. She's probably gonna end up in prison. It might not be during this term, it might be it might be in 2028 and beyond, or 2029, I should say. Yeah, Mike Pence moment. This is the part of his term where he starts to fire his whole cabinet. This is the part of the term where he has to start going through and saying, oh, these guys weren't good, because he's getting himself into deeper and deeper shit, and he needs anyone else to blame that isn't himself. We saw it first with Kristi Noem, now it's Pam Bondi. All right, who do we think is next? Jake, I know I didn't say it out loud. Pam Bondi just got fired. That's what I'm reacting to.
Oh.
What
the fuck were those spawns, dude? Get me out. Oh my god.
Oh, it's probably Scott Bessent next. Or Tulsi Gabbard. Tulsi Gabbard could be next. Or Pete Hegseth. Fuck. All these guys are gonna be on the chopping block. Probably not RFK. Anyway. I mean, yeah, that's fine, Wizard. Like, take your time. The like detailed edited videos, like the ones that are in the series, are the ones that probably need the priority. But like stream highlight fun videos, work on that when you want. I also need to pay you. I'll do that today. Kash Patel is making the FBI look like... Oh, Kash Patel... Okay, alright. It's either... I forgot about Kash Patel. Could be Kash Patel's next. Or it's either Kash Patel or it might be Pete Hegseth. I think Pete Hegseth is sort of too deep in the shit that, like, he kind of needs him, if that makes sense. I think if I had to guess who is next, I think it's Tulsi Gabbard. The game just made the Weevil your third gun, even though you bought the KN-44. You want to know why? Because you have the Bowie knife, my friend.
Chalk it up to another L for the Bowie knife.
To be fair, those Lex 100 videos are good content. Objectively, yes. Like, content of him learning how to play the game and playing the game, and even if he's not good at it, like, there's a reason why the Gorod Round 71 meme was, like, so prominent. It's because that's what content creating should be. It should be you playing and you making content, like, not reacting. Should I avoid Bowie knife if I'm using Mule? Yeah, don't use Bowie knife. Obviously, it depends what map you're asking about. But Bowie knife and Mule kick can just be a combination. You don't want to accidentally lose the wrong weapon.
Lex should go for a legit 255 on classics.
Yeah, Pam Bondi's probably going to prison. A lot of these people will be going to prison after the term is over. We'll see. Or at the very least, I know that I and many other Democrats will likely want to vote for the candidate who promises to send these people to prison. Whoever says as soon as I get into office, I'm arresting everyone in this in the current administration, they have my vote.
Oh, Slia just red screened at the same time that I almost dying wished. Whew. That was sketch.
Actually, to be fair, odds are Gavin Newsom's gonna get elected and say, "Oh, let's have."
Oh yes! I got back-to-back 5-rounders. That's so good. The best thing about getting like good dog rounds is that it gets you to your next Brutus round faster. And like Brutus rounds are great because they just advance your drop cycle. 4 free drops.
That's true.
Which like gets you to your next insta and full power and shit faster.
Paused on 142 King Jacks. Nice.
I'm on 218.
Bad precedent? Bad precedent would be not arresting criminals who are doing crimes. Bad precedent would be watching a former president incite an insurrection against you and then coming into power and saying, oh, let's have decorum. We don't need to focus on him. He's a former president. That's bad precedent. Good precedent would be if Donald Trump was in jail in 2021. And I get what the other side is going to say, which is, oh, but what's stopping Republicans from gaining power 4 years after that and arresting everyone in the previous administration? That's a good point, right? In theory, checks and balances would. In theory, these people would be subject to a jury of their peers, right? You would have to prove that what the Democrats did in power was also illegal, right? What they're doing in power right now, it's very easy to prove that it's all illegal, right? They are required by law to release all of the Epstein files in December. By they, I mean Pam Bondi especially, right? And they still haven't done that. They still have only released half, according to what they said, which is we've released half. They were required by law to release all of them. Odds are she's going to prison. That's my guess. And letting these people walk free, that would be bad precedent.
I think I'm gonna get an insta-kill this round.
No, you're gonna get 3 full powers.
That would be interesting.
Please don't let the Dems manufacture consent for Gavin to become president. I will not vote for Gavin Newsom. Straight up. The real problem is, right now, I don't know who I would vote for. There's just nobody in the Democratic leadership. They're all above the law. It's a waste of time. So you're saying we shouldn't even try. You're saying, oh, just let criminals get away with whatever they want because they might not end up going to prison because they're powerful. So let's not even bother. That's the same argument as, like, oh, if we try to tax rich people, they won't pay it. They'll just get around it. They'll just go somewhere else. Okay, so we just shouldn't even try? We should just let them do whatever they want? Like, it's slop to get the base fired up? Well, the Democratic leadership is not campaigning on, hey, we're going to stop these obvious criminals from committing crimes. That's slop. That's not leadership. That's controlled opposition. To me, it's not a waste of time. To me, it's a very important precedent. If Trump had been arrested after January 6th, he would have been convicted. Again, it's like... what was that, Tunnel 11? I was about to, like, use all my ammo first, and then I remembered, I'm like, oh, it's not BO3, it's not BO1 Moon. I can just kind of go deal with the excavator whenever I want. This run is also interesting compared to the other ones I've done because I still don't have the biodome open. I might not open it. If I can avoid doing it all game, I might avoid doing it all game. I think eventually I'll get
Gives you
Widow's
better
Wine.
teleports.
Huh?
Gives you better teleports.
Gives me way better teleports. Because with the Biodome is the only bad spot it could put me if I have Tunnel 11 closed, the top of Tunnel 11. So, like, if I just teleport with the Gersh, just 100% of the time, it brings me closer. I guess upper labs or, like, outside by KN44 would be an annoying spot, but no, outside by KN44, you just drop down the teleporter, you're fine. Upper labs would be the most annoying. But I still think it's technically closer than it would be to come from spawn. Oh, here's the argument I was trying to make. This is a specific example, but this is an exact argument that I've had with family friends, let's say. In 2024, during the 2024 election, one of the biggest campaign points, one of the biggest talking points was, quote, Joe Biden's letting all these illegals in, which, for one, way over-exaggerated how many undocumented immigrants were actually coming into the country. It was significantly fewer than Trump was ever claiming. But there was a bill. There was a bipartisan bill. A bill that was supported by Democrats and Republicans that would have greatly increased funding for Border Patrol. It would have added, like, I don't know, a couple thousand more agents. It would have placed bigger restrictions and also just, like, better regulations on the legal process to get into the country. And it would have made it much easier to do things the correct way, to immigrate legally. And would have tightened our actual border security. Everyone approved it. Then Donald Trump, who was running for president, called up the Republican members of Congress and said, don't vote for this bill. Don't vote for this bill because if you vote for it, it is a win for Joe Biden. He also didn't try to hide it. He openly said this. There's probably him saying it in speeches, saying, I didn't want it to be a win for him, right? It was objectively a good thing that both parties agreed would help, that both parties worked on the legislation for, that both parties were going to pass. And Donald Trump said, no, don't do it, wait until I get elected. Right? Because he didn't want Joe Biden to be seen as someone who can address a problem that the nation is facing, right? Problem is, that left Joe Biden in an awkward spot. Republicans controlled the House. What are they supposed... If they don't want legislation to go through, legislation's not going to go through. Joe Biden doesn't have the power to just poof, here's a law. It's not how that works. It's not how that should work, right? And so the border and immigration became the talking point for the 2024 election. And I would talk to people that supported Trump. I would talk to MAGA, and I would say, hey, why didn't Republicans vote for that bipartisan bill that everyone was working on together? And their response was, oh, it wouldn't have done anything. And I said, okay, it wouldn't have done anything? First of all, not true at all. But second of all, it wouldn't have done anything, so they just shouldn't even try. They should just try, it wouldn't work, so let's try nothing. What? No. Well, we tried nothing and it didn't work, but trying something also wouldn't have worked, and we know that because we didn't do it. What? And that was their argument. They were saying, oh, Trump didn't want it passed because it wouldn't have done anything. How do you know that? How do you know it wouldn't have done anything if it didn't pass? And so that's my argument. How do we know that arresting criminals committing crime would do nothing, or they would get away with it if we don't even try? For all we know, they would end up going to prison, and it would set a great example to future presidents and to future administrations. Hey, don't fucking break the law or you're gonna go to jail, and being a president doesn't make you immune. Joe Biden wasn't even able to address the color of his underpants. First of all, Joe Biden was much more cognitively there than Donald Trump is right now. But second of all, here's the difference. Republicans right now, not all Republicans, MAGA Republicans right now, see Trump, who's very obviously dementia-brained, very obviously shitting himself on the daily. Right, look at the speech from yesterday. Tell me any of that was coherent. And they say, no, he's fine. Democrats saw a Joe Biden that was clearly falling apart. They saw one bad debate, and they went, nope. This guy needs to get the fuck out. He's unfit. We recognized that he was unfit. They refused to recognize that their candidate's currently unfit. Not candidate, their guy, their president. That's the difference. And we can make an argument about how good Kamala would have actually been, because odds are Kamala would have also been supporting Israel and doing a lot of this passive bullshit. But we wouldn't have started a war with Iran. It wouldn't have been in the economy wouldn't be in fucking shambles. That's for sure. Would have been just fine. Would have been just like Joe Biden's presidency, where shit was normal and shit was boring. Let's face it. None of what's going wrong right now would have been happening. Who's the new leader of the Democrats? Like, who's gonna run for president? We don't know. There's a couple names that Trump and Biden both have age issue and both parties downplay it. We literally forced Biden out. How is that downplaying it? We literally forced him out. They never once forced Trump out. They're not forcing Trump out right now. Trump's probably got 3 weeks left to live. Again, you're both sidesing it way too late. Well, sure. Yeah. Again, they also covered up his age. But here's the key difference, right? Here's the key difference between Biden and Trump. As soon as it became undeniable to the American people that Joe Biden was not fit, we forced him out as soon as we recognized it, right? We, the people, not necessarily his administration. That's a different story. Donald Trump is so far gone. He is much worse than Joe Biden is. He's not making it another 2.5 years. And he's clearly using the presidency to enrich himself and enrich his family. It's not like he cares about the American people. He hasn't done anything for you or I. He hasn't done anything for any of us. All he's done is take money from stupid people, literally rob the Americans of our taxpayer money and put it into his own bank account. Did you pre-order the Trump phone, by the way? Oh yeah, that never got delivered. He didn't step down. Well, Joe Biden did step down from re-election. That is what happened. Democrats forced him out. And the other key difference between Biden and Trump is Biden, at the very least, you can argue Biden didn't know what was going on. And odds are that's probably true. But at the very least, Biden had competent people who were working to help the American people. He was just listening to his advisors who knew what they were doing. Trump has no idea what he's doing, but he appointed entirely sycophants who say yes to everything, even if he has no idea what he's possibly talking about. And you want to know how that goes? It goes like this. This is number 2. That won't be the last one. Second cabinet member he's had to fire. By this term, I should say. In his first term, he fired, I don't know, 40 of them? There's only 15 cabinet positions. How do you fire 40 cabinet members?
I got a temporal insta.
Hey, Crid. Anyway. So that's what's going on. I like how Jake is still here. Jake is the non-politic side. Just enjoys his Black Ops 4. Probably gonna get the Blood of the Dead record, maybe. You're gonna get the first 256 to show up, right?
I think so. I don't know. Someone said they had like a 280 on tag on, and I think they were on PC, but they didn't say if they had the fixed round counter on.
Trump was never the solution, and if you want any evidence of that, look at his first term. Remember, listen, a lot of people have bad short-term memory and they forgot what life was like from 2016 to 2020. But the fact is, he came into office just riding Obama's economy, tore up the Iran nuclear deal. Let's bring up that point real quick, because that's awful relevant. Like, if he had not torn that up, we wouldn't be where we are right now. Do I think his first term is better than his second one? It's difficult to say. I'll have to see when his second term ends in a month. The biggest difference between his first term and his second is, at the very least, at the beginning of his first term, the Supreme Court kept shutting him down because he kept doing illegal shit. And they had to shut him down over and over and over and over again. Trump v. Hawaii, that's a landmark case. Am I Canadian? No, I fucking wish.
You wish you were Canadian?
Shit versus diarrhea. Well, yeah. Israel versus Israel plus fascism. Didn't Trump get impeached multiple times during his first term? He is the first and only president to be impeached twice. He's actually the first and only person to be impeached twice in the United States. Because anyone in power can be impeached, not just the president. And, like, 4 presidents have been, or rather, there have been 4 presidential impeachments. One was against Andrew Johnson, one was against Bill Clinton, 2 were against Donald Trump. Nixon was not impeached. And the reason he wasn't impeached is because he resigned before...
Before it was, like, fully drafted up.
Yeah. And that's mostly
They're probably, like,
even,
in the process of it.
Even his own party had enough standards to say, hey, we're not okay with letting our president break the law. Yeah, he's the first president to be impeached twice. He's the first president to be elected as a convicted felon. I do like the Ollie North song on American Dad. a lot of people forget this, but most historians were in agreement that Trump's first presidency was the worst presidency in American history. It's the most divided we'd ever been. COVID was a disaster, right? January 6th is just... Here's what I always say about January 6th specifically. You know that January 6th was bad because it ruined a calendar day. I didn't say the January 6th insurrection. I didn't say the Capitol attack. I didn't say January 6th, 2021. I just said January 6th. And we all know what I'm talking about. We all know which January 6th I'm talking about. Just like if I say September 11th, we all know what I'm talking about. I don't have to specify 2001. I don't have to say the 9/11 terrorist. We all know. September 11th, the day, just got ruined, right? That's just a calendar date that got ruined. And the same is true for January 6th. Yeah, even worse than Hoover. I think Hoover's like bottom 5. What's my opinion on September 11th? I'm not answering that. This is my source, by the way. So there's like a scholarly group, or like different scholarly groups that conduct surveys among like historians, people that work in universities, political scientists, and also a mix of popular opinion of the president, and they rank every president. And of course it's always changed, but like generally these 4 are pretty much always the top 4. These 4 are pretty much always the bottom 4. Like, you know, and then what this article is talking about is like, these are some good eras. The first 5 presidents were all really good. These 5 presidents in a row were all really good. Bro's comparing J6 to 9/11. Yeah, they're, again, calendar dates that you just say the date and you know what I'm talking about. This string of presidents was a really bad string of presidents right here. This one, all right, they were popular, but so there's different scholarly surveys, and so here's the summary, and I'm gonna take the latest one, and you just sort descending, right? So you got Abe Lincoln, Frank FDR, George Washington, Theodore Roosevelt, right? That's a given. Let's scroll down the list. I'll make this bigger. Let's scroll down the... Oh shit, where'd it go? Oh, here it is. Let's scroll down the list. So here, this is the ranking on this column here. Let's go down. This was in 2024. In 2022, he was ranked 3rd behind James Buchanan and Andrew Johnson, 3rd worst. 2021 was a little generous, only 5th worst.
I'm on 219.
Oh no, 4th worst. No, 5th worst. I'm right.
5th worst.
Here's 2018 while he was president. He was 3rd worst. Here's another 2018 while he was president, worst. Like, historians basically agree, like, the damage he's done to the country.
Dude, you should check out Zach Too Easy stream right now.
I should check out Zach Too Easy stream right now. Okay. Alright, hard pivot.
This dude's walking to his mom's house.
The pandemic was a disaster. Oh, is he live on Twitch or YouTube?
On YouTube.
Hold on.
This stream is so laggy.
walking to mom's house, literal.
Dude, fucking walking. I'm walking to mom's house. See you soon, buddy. Three miles down. That's kinda sus.
Okay.
Stepping out the
I don't
street.
know.
What round are you on?
120.
Are you gonna catch up to me?
I'm on
Are
120.
you gonna 255 before I do?
Probably not.
I'm on 219.
What's the point of playing that weak ass zombies? That's some Roblox shit. What, Black Ops 3? I don't know. I'm having fun. I like.
You can
I
die
like
in
this
under a second.
specifically. The reason why I like Moon specifically is because, yes, like I always say, the reason why that's not BO3, that's some modded shit. This is BO3. I happen to be using custom camos and custom zombie eye colors, but it is BO3. This is all vanilla for the most part. This is the content I need to start doing. Political content. This isn't even custom sounds. This is just... I just have my sound effects volume turned off. Oh, yeah, because of the Carpenter gum. Yeah, Carpenter gum's the worst gum in the game. Nice glasses? Thank you. I need to get them updated, honestly. Yeah, but glitching into a bus and standing there till 999 is totally legit. I mean... It is. A Winter's Howl mod for the Annihilator? Oh my god, they should have made the Winter's Howl the specialist on BO3 Verrückt. That would have been sick. And it has like and it's like the Annihilator, it has 18 shots and then it runs out. Oh my god, that would have been so cool. Yeah, but point being, is Donald Trump the worst president in American history? Probably. You can argue he hasn't started a civil war yet, but like we are the most divided that we have been since the Civil War. And then it's ass, so you put it away and never touch it again. Exactly. Which was it? Tunnel 6? Yeah, Tunnel 6. Well, that was rude of the zombie to drop that.
Oh yeah, Slee is doing triple trap right now to not have to do another trade before this insta round.
Where's Mr. Cosmonaut? Is he stuck in Dome? No, I just killed him. Like, literally while I was walking to the excavator, I just killed him.
You can almost knife him.
Almost. Not quite there. Oh, here's a real talk, JC. Your QED video was really helpful. I ported that weapon to Gmod and was about to. Oh, nice. I'm glad that that was helpful. I would love to see that in Gmod. Actually, that sounds really cool. Can you glitch him on BO3? There
No.
is an astronaut glitch on BO3, but it's not the same. He doesn't get stuck in place. Instead, anytime you ride the jump pads while he's on the map, he just despawns. And then he just like spawns in the next time, like 2 rounds later or whatever. That's what the glitch is. But he will keep spawning. It's not like he's stuck forever. But also on BO3, starting around 148, you just knife him. And he'll just die. Porting Moon to Gmod? That sounds really fun.
Port these nuts to Gmod?
Hey, Rayhan. Going well. How are you? Oh, here's what I was going to say. In regards to BO3 Moon, I say this a lot. I think what made the older games play so well is the concept that like ammo conservation and resource management is a very important part about the early games. I guess you could argue like for maps where you're relying on traps, you're not worried about ammo, but you are worried about points and monkeys are a resource, things like that.
Your bow ammo or whatever.
Yeah.
And just your timing. Like you still have to run like you're dealing with all the inconsistencies of the game.
Yeah, but like on a fundamental level, what made the game fun at all levels, from the highest competitive all the way through casual, is the idea that like the rounds get longer, the zombies get stronger, your ammo gets weaker, the amount of ways that you have to kill a zombie grows less and less, and you need to conserve your ammo, right? That basic concept of resource management is important on every single map. World at War, BO1, BO2. BO3 is where it starts to get questionable, right? BO3 has AATs. And the reason why that's questionable is because every wall weapon can turn into a wonder weapon, right? Every wall weapon can be equipped with Deadwire or Blast Furnace or Turned or whatever, and can kill zombies on any round. So there is no like, oh, I need to conserve my ammo, because all you do is put a because all you do is put an AAT on the weapon that you're using, and then you have unlimited ammo, right? Gobblegums also make that worse, right? Gobblegums make it so that, like, I don't like the double pack-a-punch feature. To be fair, on Black Ops 3, it's still fun, but I do think it was a massive step in the wrong direction. I think every map would be much more enjoyable and much more replayable if you didn't rely on AATs, if AATs didn't exist. Or at the very least, if AATs were a lot weaker like they are on BO4. But Gobblegums make that worse, right? Especially on Moon, where every single Gobblegum I have is just 2 or 3 max ammos. Objectively, the concept of resource management, and that is worse. But you don't have to use that. Well, sure, but like if you want to be competitive, you have to use the resources that are in the game. Again, like that's an argument I always hate, is like, oh, if you don't like it, don't use it. And it's like, yeah, but then I won't get any world
The whole
records.
game is, and the entire game is designed around some use of that.
Like,
all the game balancing and design, like, it's just designed for it.
Yeah, like, I'm not going to be competitive on the main leaderboards. They have no AAT records, yeah, but those are just not as interesting and not nearly as competitive. Like, you could argue,
It's still
if you
just
don't
a
like
race
it,
to 255 on most maps.
only go for no AATs, but, like, I want a
not
255.
most, but,
I'm
like,
going to use the resources the game gives to me.
Yeah.
That also doesn't consider the way that many more casual players play, which is in public matches, and you can personally choose not to use Gobblegums and AATs, but you can't control what your teammates are going to do. So, like, even on that fundamental level, like, let's be honest, for those of us that are old enough to have played Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2 during its prime, I loved playing public matches. That was the only way I played
Yeah, it was
then,
great.
was public
It was
matches with
fucking
my
awesome.
friends. And we all sucked. I don't know about you.
You'd take like 3 hours and you'd be on round 22 with 4 players.
Yeah, like, I never got past round 30 in a public match. We all sucked back then. Everyone sucked at the game back then. That's what made the game fun, was that none of us were great at resource management, right?
You didn't understand how to maneuver the zombies perfectly every time, and drops, and
yeah, like, your survival
how
depended heavily on your ability to
worked.
maneuver the zombies. Your ability to, like, train well or run whatever you were doing and not die, right? Black Ops 3 changed a lot of that because it made almost every single weapon in the game able to be used on any round. And to me, I think that's a major design flaw. Again, you can argue, oh, just don't use it if you don't like it. But the point is, it shouldn't have been designed that way in the first place. It shouldn't have existed in the first place. It's bad game design when you make the player too overpowered. At the very least, the one caveat I will say is that Black Ops 3 does still have a semblance of resource management, in the sense that you need to use your gums effectively. You only realistically get one per round after a certain point. Like, yeah, you could spend 1,000,000 points to get another one, but 1,000,000 points is actually a limited resource. Like,
You have to strategize, like, when's my max ammo gonna line up to where I'll have, or like when's a round where I'm not gonna have a max lineup where I have one alchem and then I can use this alchem and then hit the gun machine again. Hopefully get an alchem. If I don't, I get through the round with that alchem and then I can hit again next round. That's like the only management there really is. Stuff like that.
Z-Slayer, you bring up an excellent point, which is on Black Ops 1 Moon, the hacker can turn every drop into a max ammo, so you have way more max ammo.
And you can get 8.
Yeah, you can get 8 per round. Despite that, it makes the map a lot easier in the sense that you're doing a lot less trades, but also you're not guaranteed to get a drop. It's the
And you have to
element
try to
of
force yourself to only get one at some point.
yeah, it's not only the element of like you might not get a drop, even with a resource as powerful as the hacker at your disposal, you might not. You just might have bad RNG.
The drop might spawn in the wall where you can't hack it.
Yeah.
Or you might walk into it on accident.
There's still a level
Get
of
pushed
skill
into
of
it.
like hacking the drops and on the higher rounds you need to guarantee that all of your drops are separated. If 2 spawns at once, that's detrimental. You're losing a ton of time just like that. Right? Even though there's less resource management required on BO1 Moon specifically because of the hacker, there's still an element of RNG, and there's still resource management required as the rounds get longer. Eventually, you do hit a point where the rounds are longer than the 8 max ammos that you can theoretically get on the round. And then what do you do then, right? It's what made...
Well, you gotta strategize when to trade the wave gun.
Yeah, it's what made competitive zombies fun back then. What I like about BO3 Moon is that even though you have AATs, even though you have the wave gun, even though you have the hacker, even though you have gobblegums, and in my case mega gums, and I have a fuck ton of max ammo, by the time I hit the 240s, 250s, even all of this is not quite going to be enough for me to just turn my brain off. I'm still going to have to be very focused on making sure I only get 1 drop at a time.
You gotta make sure that you're getting AATs off good.
Yeah.
Consistently. Make sure that your wave gun's killing like close to 24.
At any time, like, things can go wrong. And I can end up with not enough resources to finish a round. Like I said, the thing about BO3 is that won't happen.
Yeah, it won't matter. Now you
you
just have to play a little slower. You're just gonna be using AATs, which for you is gonna be weird because you're gonna be running Deadwire and Fireworks, but you're not gonna have to do it very much, and that'll be way later.
Yeah. But the other thing to consider is, at the very least, this map, I do need to have a lot of focus on the game. I know that this is sort of a chill map where I get to talk to chat, but like if I just drop the controller for even 3 seconds, I'm getting 5 swiped through the window and I'm dead. Like, bam! Like they will kill me so quickly if I am not precise with every wave gun shot, with every Deadwire activation, and if I'm not paying attention, if they start like smacking the shit out of me and I don't back up, I'm dead. Right? Take a good look at my last BO3 Moon run where I got to 213. Out of nowhere, I just had a sudden random death, and that was it. That was GG. That just killed my whole game right there. You gotta stay focused. The difference between this and the newer games is the newer games have even more resources. Not only do you don't just have a gobblegum, you have 3 gobblegums at a time. You don't have a useless annihilator, you have a specialist that as soon as you activate it, you're invisible, and you get 2 activations of it. If all 5 of those things fail, you have a score streak you could just pop at any time and be invincible for 30 seconds. You can throw Gershes that come out instantly, that you don't even have to go through the animation, just there's a Gersh. Plus,
there is a decent delay actually. There's more than you'd expect from what I've been seeing.
But like
you definitely get hit while you're throwing it.
Let me pull up like MCs.
It probably takes like 2 seconds before they actually get pulled. Like from the time that you hit it till the time that they're getting pulled, if you're just like instantly through it, it's probably like 2 seconds.
I want to find MC Street. Oh, he's.
But
live.
They're like, you could be like running into something and be like, oh, I'm gonna get stuck there, and you could just throw one and you'd probably be fine. Especially if you had like any armor, and you just like use turtle shell to block a couple or something.
And especially
Like, there's so
on-
much. There's so many things. Like, 'cause there's so many fucking perks in the game, and there's so many augments. There's so many minor and majors. There's all the field upgrades, all the fucking AAT. Like, there's ridiculous.
like
It's just an insane level of
straight up,
shit.
when
And
you
then you
look at
have
the way when you look at
they
the
have
way
the
he's playing
Molotovs.
right
You have
now,
the fact that you can get unlimited drops per round. Like,
he has 13 permanent perks that never go away even if he dies.
Mystic got 5 insta kills in 1 round.
He can quite literally infinitely spam Gershes. Well, not infinitely.
Not
for the whole
really.
game, but like
No.
at this point in the game, when
He's not
got
losing-
110,000 salvage, and he's
Yeah,
on 9.
you don't lose. You don't lose very much from it, so as long
Like-
as you're pretty good
like
with it,
this is
especially
just-
if you're getting like you get a good max ammo or a good like insta kill. Like you get an insta kill that chains into some good maxes and like other instas, you could just be chilling there and you could finish an entire round like super fast.
And I want to
And
make
barely
this
use any.
perfectly. I want to make this perfectly clear. When people say like, "Oh, if you don't like it, don't use it," the problem is like with BO3, technically, yeah, you can get away with not using it if you don't like it. BO7, it's just everything baked in. It's just like you can't possibly avoid score streaks and broken equipment, and like if you avoid all of the bad features of BO7, you would just die.
You're just playing like a no perks, no ATs, no nothing game. Like
and then you're just dead because the zombies were balanced around
You're gonna-
the fact that
don't you,
would
like,
have
one
so
hit?
much.
if you have no perks and no armor, aren't you a one hit him 400 plus?
Something like that.
Or
What would they? In what way
maybe a
would
2-hit.
BO7 need to change for me to play it?
Armored
Step
zombie
one-
definitely one hit
okay,
too.
Step 1, actually make the zombies' health
Or heavy
increase
zombie.
infinitely and not just cap out. You shouldn't be able to just use this rocket launcher infinitely on any round and be able to buy unlimited ammo for it out of the crates. Step 2, get rid of the entire augment system. Step 3, like, permaperks, the way these work on solo, no. Step 4, unlimited self-revives, which is what you have on BO7. No, get rid of that. Like, the problem is they design the damage armor, get rid of it. Armor is just such an annoying, clunky feature that, like, armor doesn't improve the gameplay in any way. It's just an extra annoying thing that you have to use. If you don't like armor, you don't get to just not use it. You can make that argument about AATs on BO3. You can make that argument about gobblegums on BO3. You can't make that argument about armor. If you don't like armor, you die. Like, yeah, just
I
read
wonder what the no armor records are.
Like,
turn the
you
trap
just have way too many overpowered resources at your disposal.
I need a max ammo from this fucking Brutus, dude.
And I think that's a problem.
Shit. Yeah, I was like, I'm not gonna have fucking time.
Yeah, the game
That's
mode's, it's just...
At least he gave me the max like I wanted.
I was almost gonna sneeze. And then it didn't come. Oh, that was very
That's the edge.
unsatisfying. I'm like
The
tearing up.
edge to sneeze.
Oh god, that was the worst. Yeah, this is just... And I want to be clear. I'm not... I don't want you guys to think I'm ripping on MC. MC is simply using the
He's
resources
playing the most
that the
legit.
game has available.
He's playing the most legit out of anyone.
He's playing the most legitimate strategy. He's not doing any glitches. He's doing everything the way the developers intended. Right? I don't want you to think that I'm hating on MC. I like MC. I'm glad that he's enjoying the game. It's not my style, but he seems to like it, and I'm happy for him. But also, like, the game's not even competitive. The game is so easy that people are hitting 999 on every map that comes out in like a week after they come out.
I'd like their first try.
And listen, people always say, oh, if a new BO3 map dropped today, then someone would just hit 255 in a week. Maybe.
Potentially,
fair,
it depends.
to be
Definitely
fair,
depends, though.
maybe.
If it was something like Verrückt, then I don't think so. Like a
Not
Verrückt
a
or Shino
guarantee.
Numa.
It's
I don't
not a
think so.
guarantee.
In a week? No, I don't think so, yeah. Because they could drop something that could take 100 hours. And like, oh, people are gonna grind it out like that. Like, yeah, maybe they will, but BO3 is not, like, nowhere near as easy as that. You're not gonna be able to just hop in and immediately have a strat that's fast and... Like, you gotta think about hopping in for your first games like that. You're battling reset if it's a slow map. Like, you gotta worry about potentially errors. Like, there's a lot of things you have to consider. I don't think I would just get 255 in a week unless it was something very easy. Had a crazy wonder weapon. That didn't crash.
And like, listen, if we're talking about BO3, it's possible. Treyarch could design a map easy enough that people will just 255 it in no time. Like Leviathan got a 255 pretty quick. If it's another
Ascension.
Revelations, if it's another Ascension where there's just a big open area that you can deadwire,
yeah, people could definitely
maybe people will hit it, right?
Especially on Megas.
That's
because now if they dropped a new map, everyone would be able to play it with like infinite Megas, on, you know, offline easily. Like,
yeah.
People would definitely be able to do it quickly if it was something easy.
And to be fair, that does support my claim of, like, BO3 also did some things that I don't think were in the right direction. I think that AATs and Gobblegums were a step in the wrong direction in terms of, like, the balancing of the game. But BO3, at the very least, it's not a guarantee that somebody's going to hit 255 in the first week or on their first try. If Gorod dropped today, it would be a while before we saw 255, even if the Valkyries didn't crash your game. I guess maybe.
Although we do have all the error trackers. Like... We do have all the error trackers and shit now, though.
Yeah.
Maybe we'd figure it out quicker.
If Shadows dropped today, it's not a guarantee that people would figure out how to 255, because, like, the waterfront strategy is not very intuitive. It's not something you would think.
It doesn't seem like, yeah, doesn't seem like some place where you'd be able to just go there and
like
board them up and
you would
blast
end up
furnace
opening
them.
that door on your first try, on your first game, almost certainly. Like, you wouldn't think to have that closed.
You wouldn't
for a
know
little
about
while.
Junction. There's no way you'd know about Junction day one.
Yeah.
I
And
don't
waterfront
think.
strategy's not easy. Like, even with the Apothecary Servant, even with AATs, even with Gobblegums, even with unlimited megas, waterfront strategy is not a free 255. Assuming that's the strategy we would end up discovering first, and assuming we don't immediately discover Junction.
Would
like,
Junction get banned if Shadows released today?
I don't know.
Would Junction be allowed?
Depends
I
if
know,
they
like,
patch
it was allowed when it was voted recently, but like if Shadows had come out right now as a new map and we'd found that out and then it was voted on, would we still allow it? I'm curious.
Hold on.
Because that's a question you couldn't really answer. Who knows? It'd be so funny if Treyarch actually dropped a new map for BO3. Like, by the way, we made this map for BO3 like forever ago and just... It was almost finished. So we touched it up and here it is.
Do you think round 100 plus is possible on custom zombies maps on BO2?
On BO2? Probably.
Usually.
This has a pre-patch
like,
liquefier.
It depends what resources...
It's got the pre-patch liquefier, so... The main menu one?
Well, he just said on custom maps. He said, I made a custom map on BO2 and nobody hit round 50 plus yet. Is that true? Can I ask you what your map is? Maybe I'll give it a try. If nobody's gotten to 50, are you saying it's because it's difficult, or are you saying because not a lot of people have played it? What if they were like, A, we forgot to add Call of the Dead Chronicles, here you go? Call of the Dead might... Let's assume in this hypothetical scenario that there isn't anything that'll crash your game, like...
On the remaster?
Like on the, like the Lighthouse crash. Let's assume for the sake of argument that, like, I could hop in, deadwire my way to 255, and I'm not gonna crash and I'm not gonna reset. Call of the Dead would probably 255 quickly. And I say that just because it's a map that people already know. Like, if they're explicitly releasing a remaster. But also, you know, it's not a guarantee that the reset's going to be short or long, or that you're not going to error, or, you know. Also, how would George work on BO3? Is he similar, or is he different? Like, these are all questions. If they make BO8 the hardest zombies game, would I try it out? Of course, I would. They just need to go back to bare bones, is what they need to do.
They should go back to the normal zombies amount per round.
That too. Your map is Standoff Zombies. It has 5 perks, Wonderwaff and Sliquifire, and no Pack-a-Punch. Well, if it has Wonderwaff and Sliquifire, then surely 100 should be easy.
Can you swap off of the Sliquifire? Is it the true pre-patch? Dude, do you remember you can just remember when you could switch to the fucking Chicom? Just fucking chain this Liquefier, dude. That was the greatest. Running at the sushi bar.
What I also guarantee is, like, people always say, oh, if a new map released on BO3 and 255 instantly. Maybe. Not a guarantee. Maybe.
Yeah. It just depends.
If
it had a good wonder weapon and there was like nothing that erred
on BO2, people aren't going to be 255ing it like that. Like, people, it's highly likely people wouldn't 255 it at all.
What would a new map even be on BO2?
I guess theoretically BO2 Chronicles. I don't think any BO2 Chronicles map would see a 255 within like even a month after release.
I don't know if they don't have insta-kill rounds, so I don't know if any of them could. I don't know. I don't think any of them even could.
Yes, that standoff. That sounds like a lot of fun.
Because the version of Moon that we have is cooked with the Tunnel 11, so the window there.
I truly think that Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2 absolutely nailed the level of difficulty that the Zombies game should have. I'm interested to give your map a try. Where can I download it? Where can I find it? I know I normally don't do custom maps, but solely because you said that nobody has gotten above 50, I might be interested. I think I would consider trying it. And here's the other side of it is, I know that there's a lot of people that argue like, oh, but Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2, it takes way too long to get to 100. I hear that criticism.
Black Ops 2 is fast.
I hear that criticism, and I understand that a lot of people like don't want to sit for hours and hours to get to 100 on Mob of the Dead. You know, Origins is fast, Die Rise is fast, but like, some maps are slow.
Even Buried is pretty fast. Like, you can easily do Buried in like under 7 hours.
Yeah, but under 7 hours is very slow for a lot of casuals who might want to play for like 2 hours at a time. And 2 hours is enough to get to 100 on Cold War, BO6, BO7.
Oh, I thought we were like comparing it to BO3.
I mean, also, yeah.
Because like some BO3 maps are 3 hours, but a lot of them for like casuals, longer. Even like the fast maps for casuals are gonna be like 5-6 hours. unless they're running banned megas. That's like a crazy thing that always has to come up when you're talking about BO3. If you're like not talking strictly like world records, is you always have to consider like the banned megas.
Yeah,
They're like insane.
I
Power back
always,
and round robin is just completely breaks the game in all ways. Especially with the 255 cap, like you can just do it on any map easily.
Yeah, I always forget to like mention that as a crucial point. Is like BO3 introduced the single worst feature that has ever been in any zombies game, and that includes Black Ops 6 and 7, and that's round robin.
Yeah.
Fucking, you can skip
just advancing to the next round.
55 with 4 players without killing a single zombie. Why does it take so long on the older maps? Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2 just have, like, slower spawn rates than Black Ops 3 and 4 do.
No. BO1 has spawn delay, but BO2 and BO3 have the same spawn rate.
Delay. BO2
just
doesn't
BO1.
have spawn delay, but, like...
It might have, like, really small amount, but, like, no, it doesn't have any.
But also, that falls on the same thing that I'm talking about with, like, resources. Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2, you have wonder weapons, you have traps. Not every weapon is able to kill zombies on any round. You do need to be skillful in, like, how you are gathering the zombies to make sure that you're being efficient. You need to be skillful in, like... Yeah, you know what I mean. I would love to try out your map, if you are willing to share it. But you can give me the link? That'd be great. Do you have Discord? Do you want to DM it to me on Discord, maybe? He's like right there. My Discord is just my YouTube name. It's just Mr. JCM. If you want to send me the link, I would love to check that out. Round 100 on World at War Cheese Tower when? I have played that map actually. Not on stream, but... Is there a reason why custom zombies not being worked on for modern zombies games for years?
Money.
Yeah, that's...
People wouldn't keep buying the next game. Oh, they wouldn't just keep buying the next game over and over if they were just gonna give us mod tools. They'd be like, oh, here's like, you take like BO6 or Cold War and be like, oh, we're just gonna use the mod tools on this. Whatever, pick your favorite game, whatever the most popular modern game would be. And everyone would just play that. They wouldn't really care about the new ones. Until like a new one came out that drastically changed everything again, and then everyone would be like, oh no, this one's really cool, let's mod it on this one. Look at the fucking player counts for BO3 on Steam. It's like unbelievable for how old it is. It's crazy that it still has those numbers.
Sent the link. Let me check. Let me check it out at the end of this round. I don't know. That's my design philosophy. I just think like there's a lot of problems that I have with BO3, but at the very least BO3 still is fun, and it's not brain dead enough that like anyone can just get to 999 in one attempt or 255. What I was saying is some people argue, oh, but it's too difficult to get to round 100 on the older games. And I say, I hear that. I understand that.
I think that's a good thing.
My argument is make round 100 easier. Make it less zombies per round up to round 100. Then, after round 100, you get a you win screen. And you could either choose to exfil, or you could choose to keep playing. And as soon as you keep playing, that's when all the restrictions go away. Zombie health cap, gone. They're gonna go exponential. The number of zombies per round, going way exponential. Just like the older games. Like, oh, you wanna get around 100? Sure, easy for casuals. You wanna get to 255? You wanna get a world record? You gotta grind. Good luck. Right? Less and less things on the map are gonna continue to work. Why should round 100 even be easy? It's like...
Because they make it a calling card and shit.
Yeah, to make a calling card, to make an achievement.
Now 999 is a calling card, and it's the stupidest calling card ever, because the calling card literally says 1,999. Like, what the fuck is that? That is some AI shit, like 100%, bro. It rolls up to 1999.
I also agree, Edub, that like round 100 didn't have to be accessible to most people on Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2 for the game to still be fun.
Yeah.
If anything, most people did not hit 100 on BO1 and BO2.
Even with that, yeah, with that being the case on BO1 and BO2, a lot of people still look back and even if it's not their favorite game, it's probably their second favorite behind BO3.
100 is just like the number. Like, for all I know, it could be, okay, if you get to round 50, you win. You can either exfil or keep going. And if you keep going, then it gets hard. Like, it could be any round. It's arbitrary.
What do you think of my 23-minute rounds?
I didn't realize there was an insta-kill and a death machine there. And I just went to grab the insta-kill, and as soon as I realized, I grabbed both. That's slightly unfortunate. Alright. So let's script the rotation. Well, drops don't really matter. Right now.
Yeah, the drop cycle doesn't matter.
I see. Okay.
Yeah, you have gums like all gums that you have are just gonna give you ammo, so you're never really gonna have to worry about it in this current stream at least.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna play. Honestly, I'm probably gonna give it like a couple more rounds, and then I'm gonna call it. I wanted to stream for like 2 hours today, and it's been 3.5. Which means I'm having fun. But also, I am probably having some friends over later. So I would like to like chill and eat dinner before I do
I gotta finish this round so I can get the sub 24 hours to 220.
Which, to be fair, this is how much talking I've been doing in relation to playing. My in-game time is just over 5 hours, and So I've only played 2.5 hours of the 3-hour, 20 minutes, 23-minute stream.
No, I need this round to
Yikes.
end. Oh, is that it? That's it. Yes, I just barely got it. 23, 59, 44,
What round are you on?
220.
Oh. Wait, what?
And that is, holy shit. So,
20?
220.
220. It sounded like you just said 20.
$26, 29. I'm 2.5 hours faster than the world record.
Gonna run some BO1 Darice now. Nice, enjoy.
Everyone's running Darius right now.
Huh?
Everyone's playing Darius.
Yeah.
Knight's playing Darius, fucking...
Obviously,
Sluya's
Sluya,
playing
Night Stealth,
Darius.
all these people watched my video and they were inspired. Surely.
Yeah, that's what happened.
That's what happened.
They all watched your video and then they...
And then they said, we're not gonna do this strategy.
They're like, we're not doing anything close to that shit. That strat is a garbage strat.
Isn't Jermaine Cubes doing Darice too? Is he?
Yeah, I think he was.
If I could condemn Trump to live in one zombies map, which would it be? Mars Survival from Black Ops 7.
What? Have you ever punched a chicken in the face?
Can't say that I have.
Knight's gonna die? Ooh, that was sketchy. Saba's title is Windows L Gaming. His game crashed on 153. Oh no, Jism.
Huh?
Someone is streaming Ancient Evil High Rounds and they're playing Megas and they're using Karen.
Oh.
And they have Stone Cold modifier.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of.
This guy asked me to rate his gameplay.
I'm kind of getting fatigued. I think I'm gonna get off. But before we go, and by we I mean I. At 5 o'clock, which is 45 minutes from right now, the Verrückt video will be dropping. So if you want to check that out, please check it out, watch it 4 times, like the video, share it with your friends. I will likely be back tomorrow playing some more Moon, or we'll see, maybe I'll play some custom zombies. But that's all I'm going to do for now. Let me raid Jake. I'm assuming you're going to keep playing, right?
Yeah, I'm not even playing right now. I'm just watching this guy who just popped a Dying Wish.
Okay, thanks.
He said he's like new to high rounding.
Like I said, Verrückt video drops at 5 o'clock Eastern time, or 45 minutes from now. But that's all I got. Hold on. Anyway, thank you all for watching. I'll see you all tomorrow, probably. All right, goodbye.
Oh, this guy just went down.
Oh. Okay. All right.
Oh,
see you later.
See ya.
All right, I ended my stream. I'll see you later. I'm gonna get off.
All right, have fun.
Peace.
This guy popping the perka. Oh, he's got Winter's Whale. He's locked in now. He's got Winter's Whale this time.
I'll keep watching your stream to see the updates. All right, see you later.
See ya. There's the 24 hours. Oh shit. I wonder if that guy's still alive. Oh, he is. He went down again though. Yeah, they're fucked. They don't understand the ancient evil strat. It's too late for me to break that down. fuck, dude. The Verruct video comes out soon. Oh, you had to restart. I'm gonna get snussed. Some queso pero. Dude had the box cycle down. Shit. That was kind of scary. That was a little spooky. Oh, he's throwing a monkey. Dude, this box does not want to move. Wow. That's cooked. We can hit 24, 24, 24. This guy just missed another insta. That's fucked. Oh my god, another. That's 3 5-rounders in a row. What's up, MS? I gotta vote on the ancient evil. Setsubo. BO3 keto. Okay, I'm gonna vote for 9 then. Slee is on 184. Cooking up a game. Alright. I got bowling now. That's the last round I can do. Big progress though, we're getting close to 30 rounds away. 31 rounds. With a lot of dog rounds in between.